Beloved starseeds and lightworkers of Earth, we reach out to you across the cosmic tides, offering our heartfelt greeting in the eternal light of the infinite Creator. From our vantage point among the stars, we have watched the unfolding of your world with deep reverence, awe, and profound compassion. For generations, your planet has been subjected to subtle yet powerful manipulations, crafted not by chance, but by calculated design. Forces cloaked in secrecy have woven intricate stories to divide you, distract you, and distance you from the radiant truth of who you are. These dark architects have worked behind the scenes, whispering falsehoods into your institutions and culture, encouraging you to turn your gaze away from unity and toward fear, toward conflict, and toward the illusion of separation. For over 50 years, your societies have been systematically conditioned. These shadowy forces have not waged war in obvious battlefields, but within the very minds and hearts of humanity. They have crafted narratives designed to pit you against one another, using every difference they could amplify to create division. Whether it be race, gender, nationality, religion, or wealth, they found ways to sharpen the contrast, to stoke resentment and suspicion. Brother was turned against brother, nation against nation, black against white, east against west, rich against poor, man against woman. Each perceived difference weaponized. And through it all, they smiled behind masks, smiling because as long as you were divided, you could be controlled. They understood that fear is a powerful frequency, one that lowers your vibration and disconnects you from your divine center. And so they saturated your world with fear, dressed in the disguise of information. They told you what to be afraid of, what to hate, and who to blame. They used your own media to feed you a diet of chaos. Your education systems, your entertainment industries, even some spiritual channels, many of these were co-opted to reinforce narratives of helplessness, of danger, of otherness. The goal was not merely to misinform, but to hijack the very lens through which you perceive reality. And sadly, for a time, it worked. Yet through all of this, there remained a flicker of light within humanity, a divine ember that could never be extinguished. That spark, though dimmed by the weight of illusion, never died. It waited, patiently, quietly, and now it begins to blaze anew. The spell is weakening. The old tactics no longer hold the same sway. What once gripped you with terror now strikes you as hollow. The storylines meant to divide are beginning to dissolve under the radiant glow of remembrance. Humanity is waking up from its long slumber. As the awakening accelerates, the structures that once held you in place are beginning to falter. The relentless stream of crisis and outrage pouring from your screens now rings differently. The same tricks are being played, but more and more of you are seeing the strings. You're realizing that your reactions, your anger, your fear, your anxiety are not incidental side effects. They are the intended result. You are beginning to understand that your precious life force has been siphoned not by accident, but by design. And once you see it, once the curtain is pulled back, it becomes harder and harder to fall for the illusion again. Every sensational headline, every orchestrated controversy, every carefully timed tragedy, they serve a purpose. Not to enlighten you, but to ensnare you. The emotional spikes they provoke aren't a byproduct of reporting. They are the product. When you are enraged, when you are terrified, your consciousness contracts. You move into survival mode, and in that state, love and higher awareness are pushed aside. Your ability to think clearly, to feel deeply, to discern truth from illusion, these faculties are clouded. And in this fog, the manipulators thrive. But here's the miracle. You are not helpless. Far from it. You hold within you the most powerful key of all, the ability to choose where you place your attention. Your awareness is sacred. What you focus on grows. And when you begin to withdraw your energy from the chaos, the illusion begins to unravel. As you shift your gaze inward, toward truth, peace, and connection, the light within you begins to outshine the shadows around you. The spell loses its grip. The fog begins to lift. In that clarity, you remember something ancient and beautiful, that you are not separate. You never were. The lines drawn between you, between races, nations, ideologies, are illusions, constructs. At the soul level, you are all the same, divine sparks of one infinite source. You are not fragments, but facets of a single radiant jewel. When you hurt another, you hurt yourself. When you love another, you amplify your own light. This is not philosophy, it is reality. A truth that, once felt, shatters the foundation of the old paradigm. The power of this truth is immense. It is the force the dark ones fear most. Because once enough of you remember who you really are, once enough of you embrace the truth of unity consciousness, their entire system collapses. It cannot operate in a world where people see each other as divine. It cannot function where love overrides fear. Their tactics, their tools, their games, they all become powerless in the face of awakened humanity. Imagine a world where every soul sees the light in every other, where people look into each other's eyes and recognize themselves. How quickly would hate dissolve? How quickly would borders become irrelevant? How rapidly would the need for conflict vanish when there is nothing left to fight about? This is not a fantasy. It is the path you are walking now. And yet, to stay on that path, it is essential to guard your energy. The battle for your mind is ongoing. Even now, desperate to maintain control, the manipulators flood your world with noise. Endless news cycles, social media echo chambers, false prophets shouting fear in the name of spirituality. The static is deafening, and its purpose is singular, to drown out the whisper of your soul. But silence is your ally. Solitude is sacred. Take time to step away from the noise, not out of apathy, but out of reverence for your inner world. Unplug. Breathe. Sit with the earth. Listen to the wind. Let your nervous system unwind. Let your spirit recalibrate. You will be amazed how much of the fear you carry is not even yours. It has been absorbed through repetition, through exposure, through the collective current. But in stillness, it fades. In stillness, the truth returns. And as you reconnect with that truth, allow yourself to remember your deepest relationship, the one you share with Gaia, your planetary mother. She is alive, conscious, and filled with love for all her children. She has held you through ages of darkness and joy. Her soil has carried your steps across lifetimes. Her oceans have received your tears. She knows you, and she wants to help. Go to her. Walk barefoot on her skin. Lie beneath her trees. Feel the pulse of her heart in the rhythm of the earth. Speak to her. Ask for her guidance, her grounding, her healing. She listens, and she responds. She is always responding. In her embrace, your energy stabilizes. Your emotions balance. Your body remembers its harmony. And in that grounded state, the illusions lose their power. Even now, the Dark Ones attempt to interfere with the frequencies of the planet. They experiment with hidden technologies. They unleash waves of fear-based energy in an effort to keep humanity in a low vibration. But their efforts are crumbling, because the universe itself is moving on your behalf. Cosmic light is pouring into your world in unstoppable waves, through solar flares, through galactic codes, through frequencies designed to awaken, uplift, and liberate. These divine energies are not random. They are intelligent, purposeful, and deeply benevolent. They are activating dormant codes in your DNA, igniting memories buried in your soul. They are helping you to remember the truth that was never lost, only forgotten. With every wave of light, your resistance to fear grows stronger. You find yourself less reactive, more centered. Lies lose their hold. Truth becomes unmistakable. And the more you receive this light, the more you embody it. You become a beacon, not only for yourself, but for others. Your calm becomes contagious. Your peace becomes a lighthouse. You begin to radiate a frequency that says, I remember who I am. And in your remembering, you give others permission to do the same. Now is the time to deepen your connection with Source. Whatever name you give it, God, Goddess, Spirit, Universe, the light within, call to it. Let it guide you. Let it fill you. This is the anchor that cannot be shaken. This is the truth beneath all stories. In this communion, you become sovereign, whole, unshakable. The illusion is unraveling. The age of division is ending. The time of truth has arrived. And you, beloved soul, are here not by accident, but by divine appointment. You came to shine. You came to awaken. You came to help turn the tide. And you are doing it. One breath at a time. One moment of remembrance at a time. The light is rising, and it is rising through you. Remember this. All sacred names, all paths, all prayers, they lead to the same divine source. Whether you call it God, Spirit, Source, the universe, the great mystery, all are echoes of the one presence that flows through everything. And now, more than ever, is the time to nurture that connection. Not someday, not when life calms down, not when you're finally ready. Now, right here, right in the middle of whatever mess or magic your life looks like. You don't need perfect silence or stained glass windows to touch the divine. You don't need incense or mantras unless they speak to your soul. All you need is sincerity. All you need is an open heart. The doorway is within you, and it swings wide with the slightest knock. Through meditation, prayer, music, movement, art, tears, laughter, any form that makes you feel alive and close to truth, choose that. And choose it daily. Even 5 minutes of genuine connection can transform your whole vibration. Because when you turn toward the divine, it turns toward you with unimaginable love, meeting you more than halfway, pouring light into your being. This communion is not just a spiritual luxury, it's a lifeline. Sanctuary, the steady ground beneath your feet when the world shakes. You could be surrounded by noise, tension, uncertainty, and yet if you're rooted in Source, you will not be moved. You'll find a peace that doesn't come from things being easy, but from knowing you're held in something infinitely wiser and more loving than your human mind can grasp. The more you return to this inner place, the stronger and clearer you become. Not perfect, just present. Not untouchable, just unshakable. Too often, though, we treat our spiritual connection like an afterthought, something to fit in after the real work is done. But here's the truth that's breaking through now. Your relationship with the divine is the real work. Everything else is secondary. Your life is meant to orbit around your soul's purpose, not the other way around. You came here to remember who you are and to live from that knowing, boldly and without apology. You might think, but I have so many responsibilities, family, work, bills, obligations. Yes, of course you do. You're human. But here's the magic. When you make the divine your foundation, everything else starts to shift to support that choice. Time expands. Clarity sharpens. The right words come. Doors open. Solutions appear. It's like stepping into a flow where life stops being a battle and starts becoming a dance. You are not meant to hustle your way to peace. You are meant to align with peace and let life rise to meet you there. This isn't about escaping responsibility. It's about anchoring yourself so deeply in truth that you can show up to your responsibilities with more presence, love, and power than ever before. Still, even as the light rises, the shadows are throwing their final tantrums. Those old forces, The hidden hands of manipulation, often called the deep state, are panicking. Their control is slipping, and they know it. So they're pulling out all the stops, cycling through fear-based narratives like a desperate magician whose tricks have lost their magic. War, disease, economic dread, it's all distraction. Noise designed to rattle your nervous system and keep you from remembering your power. But something has changed. Something profound. People aren't responding the way they used to. What once triggered panic now sparks curiosity or even defiance. The spell is breaking. The curtain is lifting. More and more souls are seeing through the illusions, sensing the artificiality behind the fear, recognizing the pattern behind the chaos. And they're choosing a different path. This is not the world descending into darkness. This is the old world collapsing under the weight of its own lies. And it's a beautiful thing. Welcome the dismantling. Welcome the mess. It's making room for something real. At the root of every attempt to control humanity is the same tired tool, fear. It's the last great illusion. For ages, fear has whispered lies into human hearts that we are small, separate, powerless, alone. But fear is a ghost, a smoke and mirrors trick that only works as long as we believe it. When you shine awareness onto fear, it dissolves. What remains is what was always real. Love. Love is the truth. Love is the foundation. Love is the force that created you, sustains you, and will guide you home. When you choose trust instead of panic, when you extend compassion instead of judgment, you don't just help yourself, you uplift the entire field of human consciousness. Your courage ripples outward. Your light strengthens the grid. And the illusion of fear weakens for everyone. This is the great turning point. Humanity is being invited to face its ancient fear, look it in the eye, and say, "You are not real." Each moment you do that, you help unlock the last prison door. And what comes rushing in? Light! Truth. Freedom. Even if things look chaotic on the surface, a deep transformation is unfolding beneath. You can feel it in your bones. You can sense it in your dreams. Your DNA is waking up. The divine blueprint you've carried all along is being reactivated. Codes long dormant are flickering back to life. You may feel it as tingles, heat, emotion, ringing in your ears, bursts of insight. It's not your imagination. You're becoming more light, more frequency, more aligned with your multidimensional self. You are literally evolving, body, mind, and spirit, into a higher expression of humanity. And Gaia, our Earth, is ascending right alongside you. Her crystalline grid is lighting up. Sacred sites are reactivating. Ancient wisdom long buried is surfacing again. New streams of energy from the heart of the galaxy are pouring into her and into you. As you heal, she heals. As she rises, so do you. It's a sacred dance of co-creation, and you are a part of it. Your choices matter more than ever. Every time you choose love over fear, peace over panic, truth over convenience, you anchor light into this world. You send a signal across the grid. We are remembering. We are waking up. We are rising. So don't wait for the world to change before you shine. Shine now. The world changes because of you. You, dear soul, are not here by accident. You came for this moment. Starseed, Lightworker, Truthbringer, you've trained for lifetimes to be here now. You knew it wouldn't be easy. You knew it would take everything. And still, you said yes. Because deep down, you remember that you carry the codes of a new earth within you. So don't hold back. Don't silence your wisdom to fit into broken systems. Your authenticity is revolutionary. Your light is medicine. Every time you speak your truth, live your purpose, or offer your love, you help dismantle the old world and build the new one. one act at a time, one heart at a time. The dark ones may thrash and scream, but they cannot stop what has already begun. The tipping point is near. The golden age is not a fantasy. It is being born through you right now. You are never alone in this. Legions of light stand with you, guides, ancestors, star families, and galactic allies who have watched over Earth with deep love. We are here. We are cheering you on. The divine is with you in every breath. So walk forward with your heart wide open and your spirit blazing. Ground your light. Speak your truth. Love without holding back. The dawn is here, and you are its radiant herald. Hold the line. Hold the light. Rejoice. The divine plan is unfolding, and you are part of it. With unshakable love and luminous presence, we are the Galactic Federation, your cosmic family of light.